Hello, everyone. We're going to look at using the triangle visual aid for equation solving in algebra and physics, using the same problem as the previous example, so we can kind of compare the two solution methods. After this, you can choose which of the two makes the most sense to you. Some of you very well may prefer the solution method as it's a little bit more visual and can reduce some of the confusion that can come along with solving these types of problems. So let's recap. A toy rocket can produce 12 newtons of force and accelerate at 48 meters per second squared. What is the mass of the rocket? Once again, let's identify everything. We have a force, the equation, which is F equals ma. We have a force of 12 newtons, that's right here. We don't know the mass, and we know the acceleration of 48 meters per second squared. Now, the triangle solution method is basically as follows. We start by drawing a triangle, and we divide that triangle into three sections. We make one top section, and then we make two bottom sections. Next, we will add the multiplication and division signs to tell us what to do with the variables once they are in the triangle. We start with division signs between the top and the two bottom sections, and we have a multiplication sign between the two bottom sections, respectively. To fill in the formula into the triangle, we put the variable that's on the left-hand side of the equals sign into the top section in F equals ma. That would be F. So F would go up here. And then the two variables on the right-hand side each go into one of the bottom sections. So that would be M and A. Great. So the next thing we need to do is figure out which of these sections should I cover in order to end up with my final solution. We would look at where is our question mark. Looking over at our list, we see that M is the question mark. So that means we should take our finger, hand, whatever. I have my little hand here. I'm going to bring it up here. And then we're going to cover the M. So we take our hand, we cover the M. And what we see is we are left with F and A. And if we're paying attention here, the math symbol that's between them is a division. So that means if we're setting up our math, we can actually fill in the triangle. So we would erase our F, erase our A. We get our F, which is 12 newtons, and our A is 48 meters per second squared. So the math that's kind of staring right at us is 12 divided by 48. If we wanted to, we could rewrite that as 12 over 48. And we don't want to leave that as a fraction. We want to reduce that to a decimal, which happens to be, luckily, the same answer we got before, which is 0.25. So to wrap up, our original question was M equals question mark. That's the value that we got. So how we would write our final answer is M equals 0.25. The correct unit is the kilogram. And there we go, we're done. So hopefully you can see some kind of distinct differences between the pure algebra solution and the triangle method. At this point, you can choose, as I said, which one you want to do. If you stumble consistently over making sure that you're doing the right operation, whether multiplication or division, I would strongly recommend trying this method a couple of times. If you have any trouble, feel free to reach out to the instructor, and hopefully we can work through those challenges to get everybody to a point where we're all able to use Newton's second law to solve for any of the three variables, depending on the situation. All right, thank you.